On February 28, 2026, the Middle East woke up to one of the most dangerous military escalations in decades. The United States and Israel launched massive airstrikes inside Iran, targeting military bases, nuclear facilities, and even top leaders of the Iranian government. Within hours, Iran fired missiles across the region, and the world began asking one terrifying question: is this the beginning of a wider global war? The war began on February 28, 2026, when the United States and Israel launched coordinated attacks on Iran. The operation targeted Iran's nuclear facilities, ballistic missile bases, military command centers, high-ranking Iranian leaders. One of the most shocking developments was the airstrike that killed Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, which dramatically escalated tensions. The U.S. and Israel said the strikes were preemptive, claiming Iran was getting dangerously close to developing nuclear weapons and preparing attacks against Israel and American allies. American Jewish Committee for Israel especially, Iran has long been considered its biggest security threat. The tension between Israel and Iran did not start in 2026. It has been building for decades. Israel accuses Iran of funding militant groups like Hezbollah, developing long-range missiles, pursuing nuclear weapons capability. Iran denies trying to build nuclear weapons, but Western governments believe its nuclear program could be used for military purposes. Israel's leaders argue that a nuclear-armed Iran would threaten Israel's existence, which is why they say military action became necessary. Iran quickly retaliated. Reports say Iran launched missile attacks on Israeli cities, drone strikes on U.S. bases in the Middle East, attacks targeting American allies in the Gulf region. Iran-backed groups also joined the fight. For example, Hezbollah in Lebanon launched rockets into Israel, expanding the conflict beyond Iran itself. This raised fears that the war could spread across the entire Middle East. The war immediately shook the global economy. One of the biggest concerns is the Strait of Hormuz, a narrow waterway through which about 20% of the world's oil supply passes. After the attacks, shipping traffic dropped sharply. Oil prices jumped, airlines canceled flights across the region. If the conflict continues, analysts warn it could trigger global inflation and economic instability. Right now, the war involves primarily United States, Israel, Iran, but other countries are watching closely. NATO has expressed support for Israel and the U.S., but is not joining the war directly. Several countries in the global south have criticized the attack and called for diplomacy. If more countries join, especially regional powers, the conflict could expand into a much larger regional war. Right now, the situation is extremely uncertain. Some possibilities include a short war lasting only weeks, a long regional conflict, diplomatic pressure leading to a ceasefire. Israeli leaders say the conflict may take time, but should not last for years. But with missiles still being fired and alliances forming across the region, the world is watching carefully. So the question now is not just who wins this war, but whether it will stay limited or grow into something much bigger. If you want more simple explanations of global events like this, subscribe and stay informed.